Hello fellow trainers, my name is Naelle and you are watching Today I'm gonna be showing you how to catch all your favorite Pokemons in one Pokeball. No! I'm gonna be showing you how you can collect Pokemons with your makeup brush. If you want to support this video for NYX Puerto Rico Face Awards, don't forget to vote using the link I've left below in the description box. You can vote up to 3 times a day. And all you need to do that is Facebook. Now, without further ado, let's catch them all! I am going to start by covering my eyebrows with glue, specifically glue stick, and I will do this in layers and waiting for each layer to dry before applying another layer. Once the eyebrows are laying flat and dry, I proceed to powder them, and when I powder the eyebrows, I also push them onto my skin, and finally I brush off any excess powder. I went a little bit overboard with orange corrector. Now I'm using NYX's first base, which is a liquid primer spray, to prepare my face and neck. Now I'm using NYX Milk Pencil to sketch out my first Pokemon. Oh yeah, exciting. And now I'm blending everything with a foundation brush. I'm going to use a black eyeliner to sketch out my Bulbasaur's figure. And once I do that, I begin to apply the eyeshadow colors on each segment. I'm going to let Bulbasaur rest for a while, and I'm going to prepare my face with the pore filler and the shine killer both on my face. So what I am creating here is a base for the eyeshadows to stick very well onto my skin. I then proceed to sketch out the figure of each Pokemon. Here I am filling in Pikachu with this yellow shadow stick. I'm then blending it with a brush so the color goes very smooth. Once the underpainting or the base is ready, I will proceed and set it with a powder eyeshadow. Here I'm using this pressed pigment in hot yellow. In order to set that eyeshadow base, I like to, with a steady hand, press down the eyeshadow onto the eyeshadow base. You can use any type of eyeshadow base. I will be using the color correcting concealer palette from NYX for the mouth area of Pikachu, and you will see that I will be setting it with a very cool eyeshadow palette called Ultimate Shadow Palette in Brights, which is rainbow pretty much. So you're gonna be seeing a few different bases. Here I'm using another pencil as a base for the black eyes and setting it with powder. Here I'm setting with a mix of black and brown eyeshadows. So I decided to recreate Pancham on top of Pikachu, and I used both the milk pencil and the black version of the milk pencil, and I am setting both pencils with different eyeshadows, obviously black and white. Actually Pancham is more like a cream color, but I decided to go for it. I decided to use a stark white instead. And for the leaf, I'm using a macaroon leafy as a base in the pistachio, and then I obviously use the green eyeshadow to set the pistachio leafy. Moving on to Mantyke, I actually used a white base for Mantyke, and also a few mixtures of eyeshadows to create the very similar shade of blue. And here I am working on Torchic, which actually I used the same yellow that I used on Pikachu, and some orange for the rest of the skin. It's basically the same for each and every Pokemon. I draw the base down and then I set it with the eyeshadow powder. And actually, here's some Zubat action for you and some Jigglypuff realness on my mouth. If you don't have like the exact skin tone for your Pokemon, you can always mix various eyeshadows together to create a more similar hue to all your Pokemons. Here I'm sketching out Gotita, which it was actually pretty challenging because of the position of my neck and cheekbone area, or lower cheekbone if I can say that. And I used milk as a base for everything white, and for the lavender skin I used my color correcting concealer, and then I covered that lavender shade with a lavender eyeshadow mixed with the white eyeshadow. And basically it's just make a base, set the base, and then add details, which you will also set with more eyeshadow powders. Here I am working on an underpainting for Articuno, my favorite Pokemon of all time. I'm using one of the eyeshadow bases in a very pretty color called Electric Surface, and obviously NYX white pencil called Milk. I am blending the eyeshadow bases with a brush and adding a few details like the beak and the legs and wings and feathers and pretty much everything. Once all the Pokemons are in place, I'm going to proceed and fill in the background with, or should I say, using black gel eyeliner. And I'm also going to set that gel with black eyeshadow. Remember that working with black eyeshadow can be very messy, so proceed with caution. I'm going to add a bunch of black details using this vinyl liquid liner. This is basically where the magic happens. Speaking of magic, here I'm using the white liquid liner to create all the highlights on every Pokemon, and this is what actually brings life to, the Pokemons. A little bit of shine to Jigglypuff's eyes. Fangs for Zubat, and some feathers for Articuno. And now I'm putting on my lenses so we can do the glam part of this makeup. I'm going to apply my foundation, and I'm also going to cover what's left of my orange corrector right there. And I'm going to set with powder all of that little section of my face. And I'm going to finish with the black vinyl liner because we need to add some lines over here as well. And speaking of liner, I'm going to do a very simple eyeliner on my eyes. And here I'm using one of the eyeshadow bases and applying more eyeshadow. This is like a dark blue smoky eye, and I'm adding eyeliner onto that eye as well. I am going to contour my nose using the Taupe Blush by NYX. Moving on to highlight, I'm going to use the Avant Pop Art Throb palette, and I'm going to apply it on the corners of my eyes and on my nose. I'm going to add a light coat of mascara because I don't want my eyelashes to compete with the rest of the Pokemon. Milk pencil on my waterline, add some setting spray, and you are done. If you like this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel for more.